Many people believe that having more things brings happiness. A bigger house, a new car, the latest phone, these seem to promise a better life. But does owning more truly make us happier? In Buddhism, we teach that happiness does not come from things. It comes from a peaceful mind. When we always want more, we create stress. We feel we need to work harder, earn more money, and compete with others. This leads to endless desire and frustration. No matter how much we get, we always want something new. This is what the Buddha called dukkha, the suffering that comes from attachment. Simplicity means understanding what is truly necessary. It does not mean we must give up everything. Instead, it means we stop chasing what we do not need. When we live simply, we feel lighter. We are not trapped by possessions, and we are free to enjoy life as it is. Think of a river. When the water is calm and clear, we can see to the bottom. But when the water is disturbed, it becomes cloudy. Our minds are the same. When we fill our lives with too many things, too many desires, our minds become restless. But when we reduce unnecessary distractions, we can see clearly. We can experience true peace. A simple life allows us to focus on what is important: our relationships, our well-being, and our inner peace. We have more time to listen, to reflect, and to appreciate the world around us. We stop comparing ourselves to others and start feeling content with what we have. Some may ask, if I do not seek more, how will I improve my life? But true improvement does not come from getting more. It comes from understanding ourselves. It comes from knowing what is enough. A simple meal, eaten with awareness, brings more joy than an expensive feast eaten in a rush. A quiet moment, watching the sunrise, can bring more peace than a day filled with distractions. Simplicity does not take away happiness. It brings us closer to it. When we stop looking outside for happiness, we realize that it has been within us all along. Many people believe that owning more gives them security. A bigger bank account, a successful career, or the latest technology. These things seem to promise a stable and happy life. But is this true? In reality, everything we own is temporary. Money can be lost, jobs can change, and even our health is not guaranteed. Yet we often act as if we can control everything. We hold on tightly to our possessions, our plans, and even the people in our lives. But the more we try to control, the more we suffer. Imagine holding a handful of sand. If you squeeze it tightly, the sand slips through your fingers. But if you keep your hand open, the sand stays in your palm. Life is the same. When we cling to things, we create stress and fear. We are afraid of losing what we have. And this fear takes away our peace. Buddhism teaches that attachment is one of the main causes of suffering. We attach ourselves to material things, to our identities, and to our expectations. When reality does not match what we want, we feel disappointed, anxious, or even angry. But the truth is, nothing in life is permanent. The seasons change, our bodies age, and the world around us keeps moving. When we accept this, we suffer less. Some people fear that without attachment, life will feel empty. But letting go does not mean we stop caring. It means we appreciate things without trying to control them. It means we enjoy a flower's beauty without fearing the moment it wilts. It means we love others without trying to own them. A person who chases wealth may never feel rich enough. A person who seeks power may always feel threatened. But a person who understands the impermanence of life finds peace in every moment. Instead of holding on, they allow life to flow naturally. When we release the illusion of control, we open ourselves to true freedom. We learn to trust the present moment. we realize that happiness does not come from what we own, but from how we live. When life is complicated, the mind becomes restless. We are constantly busy, worrying about what we need to do next. Our thoughts jump from one thing to another, leaving little space for peace. But when we simplify our lives, we create room for calmness and clarity. Simplicity does not mean living without anything. It means choosing what truly matters and letting go of distractions. Imagine a cluttered room filled with unnecessary objects. It feels heavy, difficult to move around. But when we remove what we do not need, the room feels open, peaceful. The same is true for our minds. Too many worries, too many desires. These create mental clutter. But when we simplify, we feel light and free. A simple life allows us to be present. When we are not constantly thinking about what we want or what we must do next, we can fully experience the moment. Eating a meal, feeling the warmth of the sun, hearing the sound of the wind. These small things bring great peace when we are truly present. In relationships, simplicity allows for deeper connections. When we stop chasing external success, we have more time for meaningful conversations. We listen more carefully. We appreciate others more fully. A simple life does not mean we withdraw from people. It means we focus on the relationships that truly bring us joy. Modern life encourages complexity, more choices, more commitments, more distractions. But too much of this leads to stress and anxiety. Simplicity helps us step back and ask, do I really need this? Will this bring me peace? By making simple choices, we create a life that is not just busy, but meaningful. Some might think a simple life is boring, but in truth, simplicity helps us see life's beauty more clearly. A simple meal, a quiet walk, the sound of laughter. These moments become richer when we are not overwhelmed by unnecessary things. True joy does not come from how much we have, but from how deeply we experience life. When we embrace simplicity, we find balance. We stop searching outside for happiness and discover that peace was always within us. Many people believe that a simple life is only possible in the past or in a monastery. They think that in today's busy world, simplicity is unrealistic. But simplicity is not about escaping life. It is about living it with clarity and purpose. Even in the modern world, we can choose a simple way of living. The first step is to recognize what truly adds value to our lives. Modern society constantly tells us to want more possessions, more success, more entertainment. But when we slow down and reflect, we see that not everything we chase brings happiness. A simple life means choosing quality over quantity, meaning over excess. One way to practice simplicity is to limit distractions. Our phones, social media, and constant notifications keep our minds restless. We are always checking, always waiting for something new. But does this make us happier? If we set boundaries, turning off unnecessary notifications, spending time offline, we create space for peace. We allow ourselves to focus on the present instead of being pulled in many directions. Another way to live simply is to be intentional with how we spend our time. Many people fill their schedules with too many commitments, thinking that being busy means being productive. But true productivity is not about doing more. It is about doing what matters. A simple life does not mean doing nothing. It means doing what is meaningful and letting go of what is not. Our surroundings also affect our minds. A home filled with unnecessary things can feel overwhelming. When we declutter, we create an environment that supports calmness. This does not mean we must get rid of everything, but keeping only what we truly need brings a sense of ease. Simplicity is also about appreciating what we already have. Instead of always seeking the next thing, We can take time to enjoy the small moments: a warm cup of tea, the sound of rain, the company of a loved one. In a simple life, we do not need more to be happy. We just need to see what is already in front of us. Even in a world full of distractions and complexity, we can choose a simple life. It is not about where we live or how much we own. It is about how we think, how we act, and what we value. When we choose simplicity, we create space for real peace, real connection, and real happiness. Happiness is not found in complexity. It is not something we gain by collecting more things or chasing after success. Instead, true happiness comes when we create space. Space for peace, for presence, and for what truly matters. A simple life is not about giving up everything. It is about choosing wisely. When we focus on what is essential, we find clarity. When we stop holding on to what we do not need, we feel lighter. And when we let go of the need to control everything, we experience freedom. Many people search for happiness in the future. They believe, I will be happy when I achieve this, or I will be happy when I own that. But happiness is not something we find later. It is something we cultivate in this moment. By simplifying our thoughts, our surroundings, and our expectations, we open ourselves to the quiet joy that has always been present. Each of us has the ability to create a simpler, more peaceful life. It does not require a dramatic change. It begins with small choices: pausing to appreciate a quiet morning, limiting unnecessary distractions, letting go of what no longer serves us. These small moments shape a life of contentment. To those who have watched and supported this journey, I am deeply grateful. Your kindness, your thoughtful comments, and your presence here mean so much. Whether you have shared your thoughts, supported this channel, or simply taken the time to listen, I truly appreciate it. May your days be filled with clarity and peace. And may simplicity guide you toward a deeper, more lasting happiness.